Before the first ray of sunlight touches the tiled rooftops of a small town in China's Fujian province, the streets are already alive. Steam rises from bamboo baskets outside tiny food stalls. Elderly residents move quietly through narrow alleys built generations ago. The smell of freshly made noodles drifts through the cool morning air. At first glance, this looks like a peaceful corner of China untouched by time, but appearances can be deceiving. Hidden behind these ancient streets is a story of survival, transformation, and secrets that most visitors never discover. For decades, the world has associated China with towering skyscrapers, massive factories, and futuristic cities like Shanghai and Shenzhen. Yet beyond those famous skylines exists another China, a China where traditions hundreds of years old still shape everyday life. A China where family recipes survive political revolutions, economic reforms, and technological change. The mystery is simple but powerful. How have some small towns managed to preserve their identity, while the rest of the country has changed at one of the fastest rates in human history? The answer is not immediately visible. Visitors often see only the surface. They photograph the old buildings, sample local dishes, and leave believing they understand the town. But beneath every market stall, every family-owned restaurant, and every centuries-old courtyard lies a deeper story. Many of the foods sold here today carry traces of migration routes established hundreds of years ago. Some traditions survived wars that reshaped entire regions. Others were nearly lost during periods of political and economic upheaval. Every street seems to hide a clue, and every meal appears connected to a much larger history. To understand this hidden world, we must travel back in time. Fujian Province, located along China's southeastern coast facing the Taiwan Strait, has been shaped by both opportunity and danger for centuries. During the Song Dynasty, 961–279, Fujian became a major center of maritime trade connecting China with Southeast Asia and beyond. Wealth flowed into the region, but so did pirates, conflicts, and uncertainty. Later dynasties, wars, and political changes transformed the landscape again and again. Yet somehow, many small towns endured. The question is not merely how they survived. The real mystery is what they protected, and why those traditions still matter in modern China today. As the sun climbs above the hills of Fujian, the town begins moving at full speed. The narrow streets that seemed peaceful at dawn suddenly fill with vendors, delivery scooters, farmers, and customers. At the center of town, the morning market becomes a living map of local history. Fresh vegetables harvested before sunrise sit beside baskets of mushrooms gathered from nearby mountains. Seafood brought from the coast arrives within hours of being caught. Every stall tells a story about the geography that shaped this community. Food is more than sustenance here. It is memory. A bowl of handmade noodles reflects generations of experience. A simple dumpling recipe carries techniques passed from grandparents to grandchildren. Many of these dishes were developed not for luxury, but for survival. Families learned to make the most of limited resources during difficult periods of war, famine, and economic uncertainty. Even today, local cooks continue preparing food in ways that would be instantly recognizable to their ancestors. Yet while traditions remain strong, ambition is reshaping daily life. Young entrepreneurs open modern cafes beside century-old tea houses. Local businesses sell products online to customers hundreds of kilometers away. Smartphones are now as common as bamboo baskets. The town stands between two worlds, balancing ancient customs and modern opportunities. Then comes a surprising discovery. Some of the region's most famous dishes owe their existence to migration waves that occurred centuries ago. During periods of instability in northern China, thousands of families moved south into Fujian. They brought cooking techniques, ingredients, and traditions that blended with local customs. What appears to be purely local cuisine is actually the result of generations of adaptation and cultural exchange. Another unexpected reality emerges. many residents still follow traditions connected to beliefs older than modern China itself. During festivals, families make offerings to ancestors and local deities. Certain foods are prepared only on specific dates according to customs passed down through centuries. To outsiders, these rituals may seem symbolic. To locals, they remain an essential connection between past and present. But beneath the vibrant markets and preserved traditions lies a growing challenge. Many young adults have left for larger cities such as Xiamen, Guangzhou, and Shanghai. Better salaries and broader opportunities pull them away from their hometowns. As a result, some neighborhoods are increasingly populated by children and elderly residents. The people preserving traditions are often the very generation that will not be here forever. In response, local governments have launched rural revitalization projects, investing in infrastructure, tourism, and small businesses. New roads connect previously isolated communities. Internet access allows local producers to reach national markets. The goal is clear: keep these towns alive in a rapidly changing China. Yet despite these efforts, a larger question remains unanswered. Is the town truly preserving its traditions, or are those traditions slowly transforming into something entirely different? As evening approaches and the market begins to close, clues start to emerge. Behind the food, the customs, and the quiet streets lies a deeper truth, one that explains why this small town has survived centuries of change while so many others have faded into history. The answer is closer than ever, and it will change the way we see rural China forever. As night falls over the town and the market lights begin to fade, the deeper truth finally becomes clear. The secret behind this town's survival is not its buildings, its roads, or even its economy. It is its ability to adapt without forgetting. For centuries, invasions, political upheavals, economic reforms, and waves of migration threatened to reshape everything. Yet each generation found a way to preserve what mattered most while embracing necessary change. The recipes evolved. The businesses modernized, the technology advanced, but the community's identity endured. Artificial intelligence, e-commerce, and high-speed transportation are reaching even China's smallest towns. Young entrepreneurs who once left for major cities are beginning to return, bringing new ideas and investments. Some see opportunity in preserving traditional foods, historic architecture, and cultural heritage. Others believe modernization will create an entirely different future. What this town becomes in the next 20 years may reflect the future of rural China itself. The greatest revelation is that China's small towns are not relics of the past. They are living archives of history. Every family recipe contains traces of migration. Every festival carries memories of earlier generations. Every market stall reflects centuries of adaptation to changing circumstances. What appears ordinary on the surface is actually the result of hundreds of years of resilience, sacrifice, ambition, and survival. Modernization has brought undeniable benefits. Living standards have improved. Infrastructure is stronger. Economic opportunities are greater than ever before. Yet something has also been lost. Some dialects are disappearing. Certain traditions are practiced by fewer people each year. Ancient ways of life that survived wars and dynasties now face a different challenge: irrelevance in a fast-moving world. Tomorrow morning, before sunrise, steam will once again rise from bamboo baskets in the market. Elderly residents will walk familiar streets, and cooks will prepare recipes handed down through generations. China may continue racing toward the future,